Hi, my name is Greg Gathers, and I'm here talking to you about the self-assessment presentation, which was a requirement of my micro enterprise certification. With completing the self-assessment, we had five areas that it concentrated on. The first one was dealing with self-determination, motivation, self-discipline, and grit. The second one was problem solving and teamwork. The third one consisted of communication skills and being able to engage with unfamiliar people, uh, computer and financial literacy, and then after that, you had personal capabilities and support systems. When it comes to determination, the one thing that stuck out to me was grit. First you have to have a growth mindset, meaning that you have to be a continuous learner. Next, you have to have rebellion, meaning resilience, and be able to bounce back. Dealing with entrepreneurship, and I could attest to this myself. In the beginning, you have your bumpy roads. Basically, it's said that you don't really, when you start in a business, you really don't see a profit until your first 5 years. So, you have to be resilient. You have to be able to take your bumps in the beginning of the road in order to succeed to go through. One of the things that I came across was research by Angela Duckworth that talked about, they put, she asked, did you have to have talent or grit to actually be successful in, becoming a successful entrepreneurship? And she sided with grit. Obviously that's not saying that nobody, if you have talent, you can't succeed, but you have to be able to persevere and go through the obstacles in order to be a successful entrepreneur. And basically, a person with grit and has to intensely focus on a goal with passion, and you have to be able to persevere. The next topic went over problem solving and teamwork. Uh, in order to be a great problem solver, you have to be able to handle difficult and unexpected situations, and keep you cool and be able to just keep going and find solutions to your problems. They said entrepreneurs with exceptional problem solving skills have the ability to, for one, they carefully analyze the problem, see what's actually going on, and try to identify a solution. And then after that, they correctly identified the most effective and the available solutions to remedy the situation. Let's just say that you're with a team of people. You have to be able to, come together as a team, figure out the solutions, figure out the problem, and then try to attack the solution. Next was communication skill, and I thought later on I'm gonna talk about my strengths with this one. You have to have the ability to accurately convey your ideas to people. Naturally, when you start in a business, you have to be able to get the word out and share, what your vision is and your mission about achieving your goals. You also have to be able to effectively communicate with people that may not look like you. So, whether you're from a rich neighborhood, you got to be able to uh, talk to people that are from a poor neighborhood, or people from different ethnicities and backgrounds. And then, you may have to be able to reach out to people that are not the same age as you. Me being in my 40s, starting a business, you have to be able to talk to kids that maybe around their 20s or so in order to get your products or service out there. The next one was financial and computer literacy. Basically, financial from the financial side, you have to understand how individuals and businesses earn money and what they spend their money on. You have to be able to get around like-minded people. Let's just say you're trying to start a barbershop. You want to be able to network with some people that have barbershops and see how do they actually maneuver themselves. How do they go about paying their bills? When they have a profit, what do they invest their money in, basically? And then you have to understand, financial terms such as profits and losses and things like that in order to, really be financially literate. And then you have to also not just be able to create a budget, but you also have to learn how to actually budget. look at what you did the previous years with your business and see, okay, how could you come up with a better budget so you can have a surplus at the end of the year. And then basically with computer literacy, you want to be able to, be able to complete certain tasks such as sending emails, doing documents like Microsoft Excel, working in Word, and then even to, search the internet with the web, because, as we said before, you always want to be you always want to stay in the know and be able to research and see what's the new techniques that you can use within your business in order to be successful. And then the last thing we talked about was, they did the assessment on was personal capabilities and a support system. When it comes to personal capabilities, it's the ability for an individual to develop, that helps her succeed in business, him or her succeed in business. And then you also got to form relationships and resources that help individuals succeed. So, what I will say is this: what I've learned, and even being an entrepreneur myself, you have to have a network of people. If you don't have a network of people, then you may miss out on something. And there's an old saying that goes: "It's not what you know, but it's who you know." So, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, it's good to run in circles with other entrepreneurs. Usually they have conventions all across the United States where you can go network and learn the latest, things in your field in order to be successful. So it's definitely important for you to actually get out and network and get around like-minded people where you can bounce ideas off of each other. All right, so the next thing we had to talk about our own personal assessment, was looking at my strength. My strengths definitely, I felt my strengths were self-determination and grit, and then also engaging with new people. When it comes to self-determination and grit, I personally have two businesses that I have. One of them is in housing development, then the other one is actually I'm a real estate agent myself. And luckily, I've been doing these businesses for the last 4 years. And I can tell you that in the beginning, things were slow. It didn't go how I wanted to, but, I just kept telling myself, just keep persevering, and just showing some grit and just keep going. And luckily, within a year, I had met my goals. Second year, I went over my goals. And now, my businesses are thriving. So it definitely takes some great perseverance. And, everything is not going to go right in the first couple of years that you start your business. But, if you're passionate about it, I would say just keep going and you'll be fine. Engaging with new people. Obviously, one of the business I have is real estate. So I come across clients from all different ethnicities, age groups. And, you have to be able to find something that y'all all can relate to. So with me being a sports guy, the first thing I try to bring up is sports. I have kids that play travel football, travel baseball. So if we can, usually throw out something with sports or, dealing with my kids, I usually can make a connection with the people. And, that helps when you're dealing with people. People want to know that you're able to relate to them. And one of the things that selling points that I sell on me as a real estate agent is, it's just a personal aspect of everything. When you have a question, I'm gonna pick up the phone. No matter what time it is. I try to tell them not to call me past 11 o'clock. But even if I get a text and I'm up, I will respond to it. So I try to make that process as easy as possible. When it comes to self-assessment, I think one thing that I can improve on is probably having a better support system. Sometimes, with that self-determination and grit, I think that at times, you could try to take on the world by yourself. And, I guess that's the macho man in front of me, that I am sometimes. And I say, well, I'm going to just do it myself. It's better to have a support system, people that you could call on, like a mentor. Or, when I run in the gym with certain things, I could pick up the phone and say, hey, how did you deal with this? And you can bounce ideas off me. And I do need to get out more to like different conventions and stuff, and just network with people. Maybe even join more organizations in my field of what I'm doing with my businesses, in order to, as I said, bounce more ideas off of other people, and just have that support when things are not going right. So, what I've learned through this whole process, obviously, I've learned the five components of a self assessment when it comes to micro enterprise. But then I've also learned about my personal strengths. As I said before, the determination, the grit, the being able to engage with other people. Those are things that I like, and that's what I'm passionate about. And that's why in the field that I chose to be an entrepreneur in, I don't look at it as work. It's more of a hobby. I could do it from sun up to sundown and don't consider it work. So those are my strengths. And then also personal things that I can improve on, as I talked about before. Joining more networks, organizations. Grow an even bigger support system. So when things are not going right, you have somebody to fall on and basically talk to, and guide you through your rough patches when you're being an entrepreneur. When it comes to my career plans, I'm definitely going to continue to have a growth mindset. I'm always want to learn, always want to do better, setting goals, and trying to, not just achieve those goals, but actually knock them out the park. I think that, my motto is, if you stop growing, then you die. So you want to continue to, I personally want to continue to grow as a real estate agent in my other business, and continue just to be the best real estate agent I could be. I want to continue proving my strengths, as far as, continue meeting people, continue, just stay determined, stay driven. And that goes along with, my goals too. And then lastly, I want to turn my improvements into strengths. As I said before, getting out, getting out, networking, joining different organizations, just making sure that I'm covering, all areas, so I could be the best entrepreneur that I can be. Now, when it comes to engaging questions, one of the things that I would want to ask you is, what made you want to be an entrepreneur? Obviously there's jobs out there, but being an entrepreneur is something that, it's a risk taking thing. So, what made you actually want to get into being an entrepreneur? Secondly, my second question was, what adversity did you have at the beginning of your journey? Did you struggle? Did you think about giving up? What was some of the things that kept you having grit and self-determination? And then lastly, what advice would you give someone beginning their journey as an entrepreneur? Would you say, hey, get into something that you like or you don't like? Do you want to give a service, or do you want to sell products, things like that? So what advice would you give somebody that wants to get into being an entrepreneur? And that's it. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me. And I definitely appreciate doing this assessment because it's even opened my eyes to not just being an entrepreneurship teacher, but also, help me and stay focused on even the businesses that I'm doing. Thank you.